Hi, I'm Cat Navarro Lee with IdeateTV, and as part of our Comic-Con series, I'm going to be interviewing Dr. T and Cabblow, where they have an innovative short film called 3 Teaspoons of Sugar, which combines animation with health, and it's geared towards both educating and inspiring and entertaining others. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you so much, Kat. Thank you for having us.
So it's so wonderful that you guys are going to be part of Comic-Con because, you know, there's a lot of entertaining things there, but you also have such a other aspect to offer as far as educating others about their health, and especially in a crucial time right now where everybody is so worried about their health. So with this film, it focuses on diabetes. And I know that with the bonus film, you also talked a little bit about how COVID, you're more vulnerable with diabetes and getting COVID. So could you just talk a little bit about what inspired you to do this film?
First and foremost, I'm a medical doctor. I'm a clinician by profession. Over 26 years, I've been working in theater, putting people to sleep and making them wake up. But one of the things that I also like doing is educating patients. And so in educating patients, I realized that patients, one, doctors don't have a lot of time to impart that information that we need to give to patients. And two, sometimes patients don't understand what doctors do, especially in my field of anesthesiology. I felt that patients did not understand what it is that we were doing. And then, and it was not planned, but when my daughter became an animator, I thought, yeah, this is something that I have invested in. So maybe let me use it to educate patients in a charming, a light and not so big-worded way. And because we have had people in our family suffering from diabetes, when we had to look at what would be the very first film that we do, diabetes was on top of that list. So that's really how we got to create 3 Teaspoons of Sugar.
Yeah, so I never thought that I'd be making movies with my mom. It was supposed to be like a Kris Jenner situation where I was gonna do animation and then she was gonna manage me, but then we ended up actually really working well together because she's the business side, I'm the creative. And also because she's a doctor, she gives our projects that integrity that they need to be educational. So it really worked out well.
And for the first time, I can get to play while doing medicine. It doesn't happen that often.
Wow. So Mama thought of the idea first of teaming up. Was that your idea first, Mom? And then how did you first react to that?
I mean, I studied a film here in South Africa, screenwriting and animation directing. And I also did a little bit of I went to Gobelin, L'École de l'Image, there we go, in France. I went to their character animation summer school. So I was like, I'm gonna make movies, I'm gonna make TV series, yes. And then my mom was like, how about medical animation? And I was like, meh. I mean, it's brilliant, but I want to make movies. So I was a bit apprehensive, but she asked me
a lot.
I was actually, let's be honest. But then she asked me to do like a pilot project before we made 3 Teaspoons of Sugar, where we explained her process of working with her patients. And then when we did that, I was like, okay, this is really clever. And so then I realized that, okay, I could still actually tell stories, but in the medical field. And then when we got the idea to do 3 Teaspoons of Sugar and we were inspired by our family, it just was a natural progression.
Yeah, but also I think to differentiate ourselves in such a competitive environment.
Right.
I think doing medical animation or animations that educate on health was just, the way to go. And now in South Africa, we are known as the studio to go to for medical animation. So even though she was a bit resistant, I said to her, yeah, it's still film. It's just a medical film. You'll still be animating. We went through the processes until she said, okay, yes. But then when 3 Teaspoons did so well in festivals, she was sold. And, the matter was
Yeah,
settled.
it really surprised us getting into Annecy and all these other festivals all around the world. It really made me realize, okay, we're onto something.
And she says we should do more medical shows. She's saying it.
Yes, congratulations. Well, yes, because it's a platform that isn't so saturated and people are learning from it as well. And then that can open the door for you to be able to do any other animation that you like. Was there particular inspirations that you had for getting into animation, Kabelo?
Yes, so interestingly enough, it's also because you're a doctor. So because my mom was very busy, we never used to go to the cinema. We would actually hire DVDs when that was still a thing. And my favorite part of hiring DVDs was the behind the scenes, because then I could see how animators actually made films. And I remember watching Finding Nemo and watching the behind the scenes and how they made the water effects. And I was like, wait, this is made by people. This is not magic, because this is like 11-year-old logic.
Magic, right?
I didn't have a word for it, but I was like, this. I don't know what it is, but this I want to do. And because I was one of those children who always used to draw everywhere all the time in my textbooks and all of that.
Mine too.
It was just obvious to me to then use this drawing ability to work in animation.
I love the support between you two, because oftentimes people wouldn't think that the two fields of medicine and animation could collaborate. And often you hear about parents who do have a profession like medicine making their kids go into the same field as them. So I love that there's so much support and you're able to make it work so beautifully together.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Let me tell you, I am a doctor. The father's also a doctor. So for her to be an animator,
I just went the other way.
It's way out of what traditional, or at least people would expect. But let me tell you, it was not as easy as, I supported her, but the rest of the family, especially my mother, was like, what are you doing? She's going to be doing cartoons. Draw for a living. And I said to her, look, we have to convince the people other than me that this is a viable a profession. And so you have to do well. And I told her, if you don't do well, I'm going to take you to medical school. So you better do well.
So the threat was definitely there.
Wow. And yes, you are doing well. So when you did roll out this film and the family saw that and they saw the good response, did they then change your mind and say, oh, we knew all along you should have been an animator?
I mean, they obviously they really liked the film because we used actual characters from our family as characters in the film. We used their voices. And so it's, for them, it's very real what they're watching. It's not just something separate, but also we were at a Christmas, I guess you guys call it barbecue. We call it braai in South Africa. And my great uncle was explaining to his family, this is what she does. This is animation. This is what she's doing. And I thought, okay, so now everybody is sold. They understand what I do, and now they're with it.
And not only that, they send work our way. So they
whenever they see opportunities like a tweet or something, is this something you could do? I'm like, yeah, I already know about it. Thank you.
Wow. Well, you two are setting the stage for future generations, and the rest of your family will be more open to other professions that the children might want to do.
That's true, because we come from a very academic family. And I always say this to other parents outside our family, even, that you have to support what they're passionate about, because they'll do it even in their sleep. So I became a doctor because I wanted to be one. So if she wanted to be an animator, I had to support it, and I hope that she can do the same to her kids.
I will.
Thank you.
That's so encouraging. Now, what's next for you guys? Is there a plan for another disease or sickness that you guys want to tackle in a short film?
Yes, actually, we're just about to wrap up production for our third short film called The Little Teaspoon of Sugar. So in 3 teaspoons, we covered type 2 diabetes in adults and how it affects their lives. And with this one, with our third short film, it's about type 1 diabetes in kids. And we created a whole, whereas 3 teaspoons was a documentary, Little Teaspoon is more of a narrative story where it's about this little girl who loves sports. And she's so excited to start her first year of high school, but she gets a diagnosis of type 1 diabetes, and that kind of messes up how she thought high school was going to be. And we wanted to show how type 1 diabetes could affect younger kids because we didn't cover it in the first short film. And then on top of that, we decided to develop a series, a mini series called Mask Sanitizer Zoom Call Check, obviously inspired by the current times. And it's a 6-episode mini series of just regular people and how they dealt with the pandemic, you know, whether it's work from home or homeschooling or you know, like restaurants having to change and do delivery and all of that. So we decided to create those 2 projects. So Little Teaspoon is going to come out in November at the same time as when 3 Teaspoon had initially came out, in 2019. And then Mask Sanitizer, we're currently in production animating that one. Yeah.
And during 2020, we developed short clips. We call them Dr. T's Nuggets on COVID-19 because I saw how people wear masks, of all sorts of masks, and I thought, I need to educate people on what is a mask, how to wear it, why wear it, and how to handle it. So we have developed Dr. T's Nuggets. I think we have about 21 episodes now. So in terms of other things moving forward, I know mental health is topical right now. So we're looking at what else we can create that is relevant to the times that we are in right now.
Right. I love that. And where are people able to access your videos?
So they can buy or rent our films directly from our website. It's cabblowstudios.com/movies. And then Dr. T's Nuggets, we would post them every week on our Instagram, which is also Cabblow Studios on Instagram. And everything else is probably on YouTube or on Vimeo.
Yeah, we also have it on Vimeo, and we're in negotiations with various people, distributors, but in the US, there's Quelly TV that is currently showing 3 teaspoons of sugar. And shortly we will have a new streaming platform called AfroPlus that will be streaming it. We are also in negotiations with 2 other American distributors that focus on diabetes to have 3 teaspoons of sugar, which we will share once we have signed on the dotted line.
That is very exciting. And how did you get involved with Comic-Con?
Actually, it was through our PR, which we are so grateful that we have. They approached us with the opportunity to talk about diversity and new and different voices within entertainment and specifically in animation. And we were like, yes,
changing the status quo.
Yes, and changing the status quo. And we were like, yes, we're down for it. We're African, we're female, we're Black, we're in animation, which is unusual.
We have medical animation.
Yeah, so we thought, yes, for sure, we would love to do Comic-Con, and it was a really great opportunity.
Yeah, and our PR Impact 24 PR is based out of Los Angeles. So that's how we got involved with Comic-Con.
Oh, wow. That's so exciting. I definitely see this going big places. I mean, I would love to be able to see this on, you know, like a major streaming and be able to have my, like, you know, my daughter watch it and have something educational rather than just a lot of the random cartoons that are out there.
I agree. In fact, we are looking at doing educational. Ours will always be films with a purpose, because I realize that in as much as we do want to educate, we want to entertain, we have to educate, especially on pertinent things. So there will be other things that we will do that are for younger kids, you know. I know Kabelo has been saying, yeah, Dr. T, come up with something else. So there's something that I'm working on still in script phase for the little ones, so that younger audiences can also be able to watch medical videos. Because people always say animation is just for kids. Animation can be used for adults, and can also be used for kids. So this is an opportunity for us to be able to create the educational content, medical content for younger audiences, but in a way that they can understand. Because what Kabelo and the team are doing is to make sure that the medical big words that I say and sometimes forget to simplify, that they get to draw and simplify so that it can be easy. It's not like medical jargon that is
right. I know right now one of the things a lot of parents are struggling, especially for me, I have a 2-year-old, is that I can't get her to wear a mask. So if you guys could do an animation that encourages children to wear a mask, oh my God, that would be revolutionary for so many parents.
I actually do have an animation for kids where I did go into school kids called Dr. T's Nugget, very short, maybe 1 minute or so, on school going children, about what is a mask, how to prepare them for a mask, and all of that. And I'm sure we can even add onto it to make it for younger kids, but we already have something for the kids to make them, to excite them about using a mask. And I mean, we just back from a production break, and I saw this 3-year-old wearing a mask, and I was marveling. I was like, oh, this 3-year-old and the 3-year-old was wearing it so well. And I was looking at other adults wearing masks, and
like down here. Like, might as well not wear one, right? If you're gonna not wear it properly.
Exactly. Yes. No, I will write it down so that I can do it for you.
You're so sweet. Wow. Well, thank you so much, ladies. It's been such a joy, and I encourage everyone to check out your videos, and I'll be looking out for more, because I truly believe that this will become more available on a bigger platform, as people are going to really notice what you guys have to offer. And this is the time right now for diversity and for content that matters. So very exciting. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us, and thank you for this interview.
Yes, thank you, ladies. Wonderful to meet you. And again, what is your social media so we can all look you up and keep in touch?
Sure. So everywhere on the internet, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, it's Cabblow Studios. So CABBLOW Studios.
Great. Okay. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. And I'm Kat with IdeateTV. Thanks, Dr. T and Cabblow. Have a great day.